There's not a lot growing, and what is growing is also growing very slowly. But there's one thing that you can guarantee, and that's that the grass and the weeds will grow twice as quick. And you only have to take a couple of days and not really doing much of anything in garden before all that starts to get on top of you. So this time of year, it's best to get as much weeding done as you can. Keep that grass down as well, and just prevent what could be a manageable job doesn't turn into a 3 to 4 day one. So that's what I'm concentrating on the next couple of days. Keeping that grass down, keeping those weeds at bay as much as possible, and just doing a general tidy up all around garden. Otherwise it's going to be a nightmare if I leave it. And also, we've got that greenhouse with those peppers in, and I think they're all pretty much finished now. There doesn't seem to be much or anything growing, and I bet any money that what is left on there has either been eaten or it's started rotting. So that is another job. Apart from this greenhouse, that's the last greenhouse that we've got that's got anything in it. So I'm going to look at all those plants now, see if there's anything on there worth saving, and if not, we'll get all lot pulled up, and then we'll think of what we can do with it between now and next spring. So definitely looking a little bit worse for wear. I can see one down there that looks like it's ripening. So we'll just have a good look around these plants and see what's what. This one hasn't got anything on it, and neither has that, well, apart from a very small one right there. Let's have a look at that one. Well, ironically it's not damaged, but it is very small. I'll just take that off. There's no holes in it, but it's not ripe, and it is a tiny pepper. Maybe I'll just keep that anyway and we'll use it with something. And these plants are still trying to grow flowers. There's another one there, a tiny little pepper. But these plants have got no chance at this time of year. There's not enough light and it's too cold. So I'm just going to go through them and take them out. This one's doing nothing. But look at all the weeds that's grown below it. It's just one thing that you can guarantee will grow faster than anything, and that's weeds. So we'll just pull these out and I'll compost those. We've actually got a volunteer tomato plant growing there, and it doesn't look too bad, which is ironic, but obviously there's no time to grow tomatoes at this time of year. So again, we'll take that out. There's another little pepper on this plant. A very tiny one. Not much good for anything. So this plant can go, and I was contemplating overwintering these, because you could dig them up and overwinter them. But we've got a couple of really nice ones indoors already. So I'm not going to bother with these after all. We'll just go around, take everything up. And then we've got a lot of weeding to do. There's a pepper on this one and all. But that's definitely no good to anybody. I think I've just spied another one. Ripened, but once again, no good. I'll have to dig this entire thing over. Just pull up what I can. I've just spotted something, and I'm definitely crossing my fingers that it's good. I've just noticed this completely rotted away, but behind it there's quite a big pepper. Will this be a fully ripe, undamaged one? Well, look at that. That is unbelievable. That has virtually been sat on floor. And it's a really nice big pepper. Nice and firm. Absolutely perfect. Now that would definitely worth coming out for this morning. Brilliant. And that same plant has got lots on it. Look at all these peppers here. These are undamaged as well. That one's not very good. We'll chuck that one. This one has got peppers on it that are basically rotting.
So that plant needs to go for definite. And we'll take this one up. That's not going to do anything else now at this time of year. And we'll move on. Maybe we can get enough peppers to be making a meal out of what is supposed to be just pulling up dead plants today. That's not bad. That is very deformed. It's got a pepper growing on top of a pepper, but there's no holes in it. Brilliant. There's another little one there. That one has got a bit of an hole in it, but I don't think the hole's through, so maybe that's okay. So this plant can come up. And behind, what we got? Yuck. That's all gooey. No good. There's another one next to it. That one's also going soft. Shame because it's quite a big pepper and it's started to ripen. So another one that we can get rid of. And there's one more left on it that I didn't see. Let's have a look. Nothing wrong with it. Brilliant. I think at the moment we've got more weeds growing in this greenhouse than anything else. That's got nothing on it. This one, I'll show you a little bit closer up. Look at the amount of buds on this plant for this time of year. It's full of them. All that would potentially have grown into peppers. It's such a shame that this year the weather's been so up and down, and it has really had a deficit on its pepper growing, and all this is now just coming too late. There's another one on the bottom of this plant. Let's have a look. Again, a little deformed, but there's no damage on it, so that's another one for tub. And then we'll get rid of this plant. I've just spotted something else I find so amusing at this time of year. We've got, amongst all these weeds, we've got a volunteer tomato plant right there. But the crazy thing about it is that it's got a tomato on it. Unbelievable. And a couple of flowers. So everything in this greenhouse has just come a little bit too late. And that's because of that rubbish summer that we've had. What else we got? There is nothing on that one, except a slug trying to work its way up that stem. And it would have been very disappointed when it got to the top and realised there were no peppers to munch. What a shame. Loads and loads and loads of weeds. We'll give these a good going over. I'll dig it all and rake it, because I don't want to be pulling them out with my bare hands. So, next plant, quite small, nothing on it. This one, it's quite a nice stocky little plant, to be fair. I'm still not going to save it, even though at this end it's got 3 little peppers growing on it. And they're both firm. So, we're very quickly going through these. There's a pepper on this one as well. And that's nice and green. And it's not soft, so I'm keeping that one. I might even keep that baby one too. And this is a really big plant. We've not really had much off these. These are those long sweet bell peppers, but it looks like we've got one off that as well. That one's grown into a really funny shape. I think it's got an hole in it. We'll leave that one. And these two, because they've got nothing on them. And neither is that one. And that's an empty plant as well. And then we've got this one, which has got a little pepper on it. That one's fine. Dead plant. And then we've got his last one, which again is one of those long sweet ones, and that's got a couple on it. Let's have a look. Yep, that one's perfectly fine. And that's a good sized one. And again, it's undamaged. So we're not doing bad this morning. That one has gone soft, but as they say, 2 out of 3 is not bad. It actually looks like a bird's head, if you can see that. That's everything. One's fell off actually when I moved it. That one was just starting to ripen, and it's undamaged. And that's a quick job we've got done. So now, at some time this morning, we'll get all this dug over, get rid of all them weeds, and we'll think about putting something else in here for winter. Well, I've got to admit, I'm quite shocked. I was going in there to pull all those plants up and just compost them, assuming there wasn't anything on there to harvest. Yet we've just come away with all that. A full container of peppers. Some starting to ripen as well. Just shows you, you never know. But that one is amazing. A fully ripe, very big bell pepper. In November, you could not have asked for more. So we've had a clean up and we've got an harvest at the same time. Happy days. So as I said, we're going to get that cleaned out, and I might put some overwinter peas in it. I might get myself a packet of those meteor, because they're very cold hardy peas, and we can harvest pea shoots and then later take pods off them. And I could fill that greenhouse with peas. We'll have a think about that and see what we're going to do. But for today, I'm pretty made up that for emptying that little greenhouse for all its plants, we've come away with all those peppers. So that's one job, and on we go with another one this morning. And if you want to see what we're going to be doing over the weekend, please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I look forward to seeing you then. Have a nice weekend.